Hello everyone, welcome back to GK Today. This is Nuzhat Sana and here is the compilation video for the whole month of September, and we have created it so that you can have access to all the questions that were discussed on this channel in the month of September. The source of these questions is GK Today's Daily MCQ Series 2021 to 2022 in Android application. So if you wish to access the text version along with interactive quiz to solve for the current affairs, you may consider joining this series in the GK Today's Android application. So now without wasting any further time, let's get started. Actually, we are covering 6-month current affairs. So already we have done June, July and August, and this is our next month, which is September. Okay. So if you want to see all the lectures, you can refer to our playlist that has been created on the channel. And let me tell you once again that here we'll cover each of the news very briefly and will not touch any depth. Still, if you want to cover each of the current affairs, you can refer to our previous daily current affairs series from the month of September itself. Okay. Now let's start. Question number 1. Buddha Dev Guha, who recently passed away, was associated with which profession? So he was a writer. Then Sumit Antil, who recently won a gold medal in the Tokyo Paralympics for India, is associated with which sports? He is a javelin thrower. Which famous city has recently introduced a speed limit of 30 km per hour as an effort to tackle the climate change? This city is Paris. Then what is the sanctioned strength of judges in the Supreme Court of India? It is 34. Which institution in a joint venture with National Disaster Management Authority has built an application to predict the natural disasters? It is IIT Roorkee. Then where was the naval exercise between India and Algeria conducted recently? Recently means in the month of September. It was Mediterranean Sea. Based on the recommendations of which body, the grants to rural local bodies are released by the Government of India to the states. So it is recommended by Finance Commission. Which Indian neighbor has recently declared a food emergency? Very easy question. It is Sri Lanka. Fintech services provider PayU is set to acquire which Indian fintech company for $4.7 billion? It is BillDesk. Which country has passed the world's first law to force the tech companies to offer alternative payment system? This is South Korea. Dale Steyn, who announced retirement from international cricket, is from which country? He is from South Africa. What is the GST revenue collected in the month of August as per the recent data from Finance Ministry? It is nearly 1,12,000 crore rupees. Then You Breathe Life, the world's first plant-based smart air purifier, has been developed by the startup of which institution? It is IIT Ropar. Which Indian city has prepared a draft regional plan 2041? It is New Delhi. When was the first International Day for the People of African Descent celebrated by the United Nations? So first time it has been observed recently on 31st of August 2021. Which country hosted the 8th BIMSTEC Agriculture Experts Meeting? It is India. You have to tell me who are the hosts for BRICS and G20 respectively. Please write in the comments. I'm asking obviously for 2021. Then by what percentage India's GDP has grown in Q1 financial year 2022? It is 20.1%. Which institution released a report titled as Uncertain Pathways? It is UNICEF. Which state has reported the cases of fever identified as scrub typhus? This state is Uttar Pradesh. Dr. Firdausi Qadri and Mohammad Amjad Saqib, who were seen in the news recently, are the recipients of which award? So they have been awarded with Raymond Magsaysay. Who has been appointed as the chairman of the Central Board of Direct Taxes? This is JB Mohapatra. Which Indian state or union territory has proposed the school bubble concept to mitigate the spread of COVID-19? This is Karnataka. Super Follows feature has been introduced by which social media giant? It is Twitter. SAT is a rural enterprises acceleration program launched in which state or union territory? It is Jammu Kashmir. And you have to tell me what does SAT stands for. Then which Indian company has commenced the process of retrofitting LNG kits onto trucks engaged in transportation of coal? This is CIL, means Coal India Limited. Then where was the National Conference on Women and Child Development held recently? This was held in Gujarat. Which country holds the presidency of the Council of the European Union? It is Slovenia. The Fukutoku Okanobu volcano, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which country? By name itself, I think you can guess that it is Japan. Which institution is leading the cross-border CBDC project undertaken by the central banks in Australia, Singapore, Malaysia and South Africa? It is BIS. Eat Right Station certification is an initiative of which institution? Answer is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. Then what is the name of the event which was to be conducted by the Department of School Education and Literacy during September 2021? This was Shikshak Parv. Then India has signed an agreement with which country for development of air-launched unmanned aerial vehicle? It is USA. Eastern Economic Forum is an annual meet held in which country? It is Russia. Which e-commerce platform has announced the launch of Kisan Store? It has been launched by Amazon. Which is the first Asian country to launch a plastics pact? This is India. Who is the first Indian woman to win 2 medals in the Paralympic Games? Very important question. The answer is Avni Lekhara, and she is related to shooting. Then Rajiv Gandhi National Park, which has been renamed as Orang National Park, is located in which Indian state? It is Assam. Then Rudolf Weil, seen in the Google Doodle, was an inventor and immunologist from which country? So he belonged to Poland. Which state or union territory has adopted snow leopard and black-necked crane as the state animal and bird? This is Ladakh. World Social Protection Report 2020 to 2022 is released by which organization? So this report is done by International Labour Organization. Exercise Bright Star is a multinational military exercise held in which country? Answer is Egypt. India, along with which country, has announced $1.2 billion package for finance to Asia's green growth? This country is UK. Then Patrakar Kalyan Kosh is a scheme for the journalist implemented in which state? Answer is Chhattisgarh. University of Health Sciences Bill has been passed by the Assembly of which state? It is Odisha. Then under whose leadership a parliamentary committee on finance has been constituted on separation of the debt management function from the RBI? It is Jayant Sinha. What is the major reason of rise in RBI's Forex reserves in the month of August 2021? If you remember, we have covered this news in a very detailed manner there when we were doing the daily current affairs series. Anyways, answer is additional SDR allocation by International Monetary Fund. Atmanirbhar Krishi Yojana and Atmanirbhar Bagwani Yojana schemes have been launched by which state? So these 2 schemes belong to Arunachal Pradesh. A new climate finance leadership initiative, India partnership, has been signed with which country? So this has been signed with UK. What is the name of the commission? India's first satellite and ballistic missile tracking ship. The name is Dhruv. Which digital payments firm recently launched India's first interactive platform with data on digital payments? It is PhonePe. Which institution recently launched a 2-day Lunar Science Workshop 2021? It was Indian Space Research Organization. Can you tell me in which year it was established? Please write your answers in the comment section. The Ninus Hans, which is seen in the news recently, is an Indian naval air station located in which state? It is Goa. Then Panjshir Valley, which is in news recently, is located in which country? It is Afghanistan. Then how many medals have been bagged by the Indian contingent at the Tokyo Paralympic Games 2020? Extremely important question. Answer is 19. The United Nations International Day of Charity on 5th of September is observed to commemorate the death anniversary of which leader? So this is the death anniversary of Mother Teresa. Which country chaired the 11th BRICS Trade Ministers meeting? That was held in 2021. Already I have told you in the previous lecture that BRICS presidency is with India for 2021. So whatever events and conferences would be held under the BRICS, the president would be India. Okay. So correct answer is India. 57 is the Inspire Awards Manak is constituted or given by which ministry? So it is given by Ministry of Science and Technology. Then recently which state or union territory has decided to ban online gambling or betting? It is Karnataka. Which state or union territory has decided to issue resident certificate only to the permanent resident certificate holders of the region? So this is Ladakh. Who has been awarded 7th Yamin Hazarika Woman of Substance Award? Answer is Namita Gokhale. She is the writer. Then who has been awarded the Behlar Turtle Conservation Award? It is Shailendra Singh. Then which city is the venue of the 5th World Conference of Speakers of Parliament? It was Vienna. Recently, who won the Formula 1 Dutch Grand Prix in the month of September? So very famous, Max Verstappen. Then which state has launched Vatan Prem Yojana? It is Gujarat. Which state or union territory has planned to set up India's first dugong conservation reserve? It will be set up in Tamil Nadu. Who has become the first IS officer to win Paralympics medal? Again, another important question. Answer is Suhas Yathiraj. Then who has been elected as the chairman of the Assembly of Asian Organization of Supreme Audit Institutions? Answer is GC Murmu. Asian Development Bank has granted a $150 million loan to which state for a sustainable housing project for the urban poor? Answer is Tamil Nadu. Then which state has announced that 5,000 rupees each as a form of financial assistance will be paid to the artisans making Vinayak statues? So answer is Tamil Nadu again. Then in which city Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav has launched the first functional smog tower of India? It is Delhi. Which state has appointed the former SBI chairperson Rajneesh Kumar as its economic advisor? So that state is Andhra Pradesh. Which state or union territory has launched the Business Blasters program? It is Delhi. Then which ministry has launched Buzurgon Ki Baat Desh Ke Saath program? It is Ministry of Culture. Who has been appointed as the MD of Exim Bank? Answer is Harsh Bhupendra Bangari. Then with which bank fintech player OneCard has partnered to launch a mobile-based credit card named as Mobile First in India? This bank is State Bank of Mauritius. Then in which state's national highway an emergency landing facility has been inaugurated by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh? I don't know how many times I have told you. Answer is Rajasthan. With which country Tamil Nadu has partnered to create an energy island in the Gulf of Myanmar? Answer is Denmark. See, if you were there with me in our daily current affairs series, I am sure you are able to do at least 90% of the questions because we have practiced a lot and revised it as well. Okay. Moving forward, Indian government and the Asian Development Bank have signed a $300 million loan to expand rural connectivity in which state? Answer is Maharashtra. Then Governor Baby Rani Maurya, who recently signed, was the governor of which state? Answer is Uttarakhand. Then the Union Cabinet has approved a memorandum of understanding between India and which country on cooperation in the field of geosciences? Correct answer is Russia. With which organization National Payments Corporation of India has partnered to launch nFini, which is a plug-and-play RuPay credit card stack? It is Fiserv Inc. With which organization OYO has partnered to co-develop next-generation travel and hospitality products and technologies? Correct answer is Microsoft. Then which bank has been roped in by the Karnataka government to build digital payment infrastructure to support its Namma Shale Nanna Koduge initiative? This bank is Jana Small Finance Bank. Then in which country world's largest plant to capture carbon dioxide from air has started functioning? This country is Iceland. Then which institution has been adjudged the best higher educational institution in 2021 in the National Institutional Ranking Framework? This is IIT Madras. Then which date in September is celebrated as Himalayan Divas? So this is observed on 9th of September. Which ministry has launched Swachh Sarvekshan Gramin 2021? It has been launched by Ministry of Jal Shakti. Who has won the Women's Prize for Fiction for the fantasy novel Piracy? This question has been asked in many of the exams recently. Correct answer is Susanna Clark. Which date in September is observed as World Suicide Prevention Day? Correct answer is 10th of September. In association with which organization did the Ministry of Tribal Affairs organize a workshop for non-governmental organizations on nutrition and health? Answer is AIMS. Who is heading the newly formed government panel for framing the new law for drugs, cosmetics and medical devices? Answer is VG Somani. With which organization DRDO partnered with to develop the MRSAM, or you can say Medium Range Surface to Air Missile Combat Air Defense System? It is Israel Aerospace Industries. Then with which country India has agreed to expand their energy partnership by adding emerging fuels to the list of areas of cooperation? It is United States. Who has been appointed as the new chairman cum MD of United India Insurance Company Limited? Answer is SL Tripathi. Who has been appointed as the chairman and MD of National Fertilizers Limited? It is Nirlep Singh Rai. Then which ministry has launched the pilot drive named as Main Bhi Digital 3.0? This ministry is Housing and Urban Affairs. Who has been appointed as the chairman of National Commission for Minorities? Iqbal Singh Lalpura. Which bank has launched its credit card SIB One Card in association with fintech company One Card? This bank is South Indian Bank. Which organization has developed a new API to enable checking of COVID-19 vaccination status? It is CoWIN. Recently, with which country India has held a maritime affairs dialogue? This is Japan. Who has been appointed as the new governor of Punjab? Banwari Lal Purohit. Vijay Rupani, who recently resigned, was the chief minister of which state? So he was the chief minister of Gujarat. And now you have to tell me who's the current chief minister of Gujarat. Please write your answers in the comment section. In which city Prime Minister Modi has inaugurated the state-of-the-art Sardar Dham Bhavan? It is Ahmedabad. With which organization Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited has partnered to collaborate in the field of surface ships? Answer is Naval Group. Recently, which country military has conducted its first successful underwater test of a submarine-launched ballistic missile? This is South Korea. On which date National Forest Martyrs Day is observed? It is observed on 11th of September. Which state has launched the Medicine from the Sky project? It is Telangana. 14 districts of which state have partnered with the Indian Institute of Millet Research to boost production of millets? It is Chhattisgarh. Who has been sworn in as the Chief Minister of Gujarat? Answer to the question I have asked earlier. Answer is Bhupendra Patel. Then who has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of Lebanon? Najib Mikati. Who has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Morocco? Aziz Akhnouch. Who is the author of the book Human Rights and Terrorism in India? This is Subramaniam Swamy. Which organization has been allowed to use the drones for vaccine delivery purpose in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Manipur and Nagaland? Correct answer is Indian Council of Medical Research. With which country India has launched the Climate Action and Finance Mobilization Dialogue? So this is USA. On which date World First Aid Day 2021 was observed? This was observed on 11th of September. Rekha Jain has been appointed as a shareholder director of which bank? Answer is Punjab National Bank. Which bank has launched real-time online tracking for cross-border collections for businesses in India? This is DBS Bank. Which state has been adjudged first in the country in installation of off-grid solar pumps under Pradhan Mantri Kusum scheme, where Kusum stands for Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Utthan Mahabhiyan. So the first state to do this is Haryana. Then in partnership with Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, which organization has enabled the country's first FASTag based metro parking facility? It is Paytm Payments Bank. Which state has passed a bill seeking exemption from NEET for medical courses admissions? This is Tamil Nadu. Then in which city Prime Minister Modi has laid foundation stone of Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh University? This university is to come up in Aligarh. Recently, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has launched its account in which social media platform to counter the fake news? It is Telegram. Recently, which airport has been declared as a customs notified airport by the Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs? It is Kushinagar International Airport. Then which organization has launched Project Udan on the occasion of Hindi Divas? It is IIT Bombay. iRaste is a collaborative initiative developed by IIT Hyderabad, Central Road Research Institute, Nagpur, Municipal Corporation, and which organization? Answer is Intel India. With which organization National Small Industries Corporation has signed a pact to provide critical steel products to MSMEs in the sector? Correct answer is ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. Then with which state UAE-based DP World has signed a memorandum of understanding for proposed investment of 2,000 crore rupees? It is Tamil Nadu. Which organization has become the country's first steel company to commission a carbon capture plant? It is Tata Steel. Which country has launched an Earth observation satellite that can obtain radioactive data? It is China. On which date International Day of Democracy is celebrated across the globe? We celebrate this day on 15th of September. What is the theme for RBI's third cohort under the regulatory sandbox? The theme was MSME lending. Which organization has launched Loan Against Mutual Fund? It is Tata Capital. Which state has decided to set up a new police commission to get to know the demands and needs of cops? This is Tamil Nadu. Which organization has unveiled a remote-controlled armed robot to patrol the borders? This is Israel Aerospace Industries, Rex Mk2. With which organization Niti Aayog has partnered to launch the Shuni campaign for zero pollution delivery vehicles? It is Rocky Mountain Institute from USA. With which countries US has announced a new trilateral security partnership for the Indo-Pacific? These countries are Australia and UK. Recently, which organization has launched 4 amateurs on its first ever Earth circling trip? This is SpaceX. Headquarters lies in California. Which organization has partnered with the Assam government to provide project-specific loan for upgrading MSME clusters? It is SIDBI. On which date International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer is observed? We celebrate this day on 16th of September. Recently, with which country the Union Cabinet has approved a Memorandum of Understanding for Disaster Risk Reduction? It is Italy. Which state or union territory has launched the mission named as One Gram Panchayat, One Digi Pay Sakhi? It is Jammu Kashmir. Along with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which Indian personality has been named among 100 most influential people of 2021 by the Time magazine? Correct answer is, actually here it should be written as Mamata Banerjee, means Chief Minister of West Bengal. And who's the other person? CEO of Serum Institute of India, who is Adar Poonawalla. So these three were in the list of 100 most influential people of 2021 from India. Okay. Recently, UNCTAD, that is United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, has projected the Indian economy to expand by what percentage in 2021? So it has projected India's growth to be 7.2%. Which organization has launched the Planetarium Innovation Challenge? It is My Government India. Where was Swachhata Pakhwada 2021 launched? Answer is Cochin Port Trust. Recently, RBI has given its nod to which bank to form a special committee of directors in order to oversee the operations? It is Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. Can you tell me the name of the two banks which we have done yesterday that were impaneled by RBI as an agency bank? Please write your answers in the comments. Which organization has partnered with Foundation for Innovation and Technology Transfer and Rasika Beverages Private Limited to commercialize the production of Mahua Nutra beverage? It is TriFed. On which date World Patient Safety Day is observed? So this day is observed on 17th of September. In which state or union territory its first Software Technology Park of India has been inaugurated by Rajiv Chandrasekhar, Minister of State for Information and Technology and Skill Development? It is Nagaland. Do remember that Nagaland has recently created 3 new districts in the state, and now the number of districts in Nagaland is total 15. Okay. Which organization has partnered with Andhra Pradesh State Disaster Management Authority and Celtic to launch India's first self-broadcasting public warning system? It is Vodafone Idea Limited. Which organization has launched a unique scheme called as SPIN, and SPIN stands for Strengthening the Potential of India? It is KVIC, or you can say Khadi and Village Industries Commission. In which state Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited has successfully commissioned India's largest floating solar PV plant? It is Andhra Pradesh. With which organization Systems, Applications and Products in Data Processing has announced a strategic collaboration to provide business process transformation as a service? It is Infosys. With which organization Indian Naval Placement Agency has partnered, through which opportunities for the recruitment of naval veterans will be explored? It is Flipkart. Which organization has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Convergence Energy Services Limited for installing public charging station for electric vehicles? Answer is Punjab Energy Development Agency. Then which organization used to publish the Ease of Doing Business report, which have been recently discontinued? Answer is World Bank. With which organization Exiju Recycling Private Limited has formed a joint venture company to process e-waste? It is MTC Group. Then which organization has launched a cloud collaboration space with Google in Bangalore? It is Wipro. On which date World Bamboo Day is observed? It is celebrated on 18th of September. Who has been sworn in as the 16th Chief Minister of Punjab? Charanjit Singh Channi. With which organization Department of Food and Public Distribution has entered into a model memorandum of understanding to increase the business opportunities and income of fair price shops? Answer is CSC E-Governance Services India Limited. Then recently who has become India's 70th Grandmaster in chess? It is Raja Ritvik. Can you tell me who has recently become the latest Grandmaster of India? In which Indian city a menhir from the megalithic period has been found? It is Basrur. With which organization TriFed has signed a memorandum of understanding for entrepreneurship development of tribals in the pearl farming across the country? It is Purti Agrotech. Next question. In the third state food safety index of FSSAI, which basically measures the performance of states across 5 parameters of food safety, which state has topped among the larger states? It is Gujarat. What is the India's rank in the 2021 edition of Global Innovation Index launched by the World Intellectual Property Organization? So the rank of India is 46. Which ministry is celebrating Vanij Saptah from 20 to 26 September? It is Ministry of Commerce. With which country NATO has begun conducting Rapid Trident 2021 military exercise? It is Ukraine. Which institution releases the Crime India report every year? Very obvious answer, NCRB. Which state recently issued circular against bureaucrats holding press conferences? This is Karnataka. Northern Coalfields Limited is set to start 75 Fulwari centers in which Indian state or union territory? It is Madhya Pradesh. Which two countries are set to participate in the defense exercise Samudra Shakti? So this is exercise between India and Indonesia. Sunda Strait, that was making up news recently, separates which two islands? Answer is Java and Sumatra. What is the IUCN status of Humboldt penguin that was making up news recently? So this is categorized as vulnerable. What does I denote in Viper, which is seen in the news regarding space exploration? So full form is Volatiles Investigating Polar Exploration Rover. So here I stands for investigating. Okay. Ruskin Bond, Vinod Kumar Shukla and 6 others were selected for which award or fellowship recently? It is Sahitya Akademi Fellowship. Then Pankaj Advani, who was in the news recently, is associated with which sport? He is related to snooker. Which country is set to launch the Tianzhou 3 cargo spacecraft? It is China. The Ministry of Labour recently launched India's first national database on unorganized workers on which portal? On the e-Shram portal. Then which state or union territory has decided to implement the Forest Rights Act 2006 after 14 years? This is Jammu Kashmir. In which year was the APEDA Act was passed in the Parliament? It was passed in 1985. Then Aadhaar-based e-KYC, self-KYC and OTP-based conversion are a part of which reforms initiated by the Government of India? So these are related to the telecom reforms. V.R. Chaudhary, who is seen in the news recently, is associated with which organization? So he is related to Indian Air Force because recently he has become the chief of this Indian Air Force and he has replaced whom? R.K.S. Bhadauria. Which institution awards the Blue Flag certification? It is given by Foundation for Environment Education. Kun Peak, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which Indian state or union territory? So this lies in Ladakh. Which institution released a survey that has found that India's religious composition has remained unchanged? It is Pew Research Center. Then which country ranked first in the annual Freedom on the Net Report 2021? The country which has topped this index is Iceland, and you have to tell me what was the India's rank in this particular report. Then when is the World Rhino Day celebrated across the world? It is celebrated on 22nd of September. Which union ministry is setting up district level committees to oversee the government schemes? It is Power Ministry. Then Lake Tanganyika, which was seen in the news, is shared by how many countries? It is shared by 4 countries total. And which are these? Burundi, Democratic Republic of the Congo, that is DRC, Tanzania and Zambia. Next question. Transforming Food Systems for Rural Prosperity report has been released by which organization? It is released by IFAD. Then USA is to hand over the 35-year-old tablet recounting the epic of Gilgamesh to which country? It is to be given to Iraq. Then when is the World Alzheimer's Day observed every year? It is observed on 21st of September. Then when is the International Day of Peace observed by the United Nations every year? It is celebrated on 21st of September again. Then Doing Business report was the flagship publication of which institution? It is the report of World Bank. Matthew Hansen, who is seen in the news sometimes, is associated with which profession? He is actually explorer. Then which institution recently released thresholds on air quality norms? It has been released by WHO. Then as per the United Nations Food Agency, 16 million people in which country are marching towards starvation? Correct answer is Yemen. India has recently come out with easing the rules for storage of which hazardous chemical? Ammonium nitrate and calcium carbide. Which bank has committed a sum of 30,000 crore rupees lending in India towards sustainable financing till financial year 2026? This bank is Axis Bank. Rajiv Bansal has been appointed to which bureaucratic position? He is now Aviation Secretary. Zee Entertainment is set to merge with the Indian arm of which company? So it has merged with Sony. The Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying has signed a memorandum of understanding with which international organization to improve India's livestock sector? This is Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Which of the following schemes is aimed to achieve universal health coverage in India? It is Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. India held its first joint working group meeting on coal and mines with which country? Correct answer is Australia. The International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics, that is ICRISAT, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which country? It is in India. Which association or the institution proposed the world's first common charging port for mobile phones? It is European Union. Then Bijoya Sanskritik Mahotsav is a cultural event which is organized by which organization? So it is a cultural event of Indian Army. Then recently announced Security Alliance AUKUS includes how many countries? So it includes 3 countries basically, Australia, UK and USA. Then which organization has developed an indigenous charger for electric vehicles named as AC001? It is ARAI, or you can say Automotive Research Association of India, that was established in 1966. Now which organization has released the report titled as Climate Indicators and Sustainable Development Demonstrating the Interconnections? It is WMO. In which state the world's highest electric charging station has been set up? In Himachal Pradesh. In which state is the pilgrimage site Parashuram Kund located? It is located in Arunachal Pradesh. Which Indian has been selected as the external auditor of the International Atomic Energy Agency? It is GC Murmu once again. Then which 2 countries launched the Joint Anti-Terrorist Exercise 2021? This has been launched by China and Pakistan. What is the theme of the International Day of Sign Languages 2021? You have to tell me when do we celebrate this day? And the theme for this year was We Sign for the Human Rights. Then who has been granted the 2021 Global Goalkeeper Award? So this award has been given to Fumzile Lambo Nakuka. Then which South Pacific Ocean country recently moved International Court of Justice regarding climate change? It is Vanuatu. The second edition of Ultimate Ladakh Cycling Challenge is organized by which organization? It is Ladakh Police. What is the theme of World Pharmacist Day 2021? Answer is Pharmacy, always trusted for your health. The next question, Banga Bandhu Bapu Digital Exhibition has been inaugurated in which country? In the Bangladesh. The birth anniversary of which leader is observed as Antyodaya Divas in India? It is Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. The Clean India Drive, which was seen in the news recently, is to be observed in which country? I think here is something missing in the question. Here it wants to ask that this particular drive is to be observed in which particular month, and the answer is October. Okay. What is the name of the 3rd ever September cyclone which developed in the Bay of Bengal? The name was Gulab. Can you tell me this particular name was given by which country? Please write in the comments. Then which institution released the report of the Hospital-Based Cancer Registries 2021? Answer is Indian Council of Medical Research. Which Indian state emerged as the 5th Asian ecosystem in affordable talent as per the 2021 Global Startup Ecosystem Report? It is Kerala. Then which Indian state or union territory inaugurated the state's first and the biggest palmatum in the North India? It is Uttarakhand. Then who is the head of the group of ministers set up to rationalize GST rates? Answer is B.S. Bomai. Then Evergrande, which was seen in the news, is a famous company of which country? It is a famous company of China. Which Indian institution has established a Center of Excellence on Quantum Technologies? Correct answer is IIT Delhi. Which union ministry is associated with the Hunarbaz Awards? So these awards are presented by Ministry of Rural Development. Nidhi 2.0, which was seen in the news recently, is a database prepared by which union ministry? It is prepared by Ministry of Tourism. What is the name of the tourism application recently launched by the Delhi government? It is Dekho Meri Delhi. Then which country, one among the world's oldest republics, recently voted to legalize abortion? It is San Marino. Which new indicator has been incorporated in the Swachh Sarvekshan 2022? So the new indicator that has been included in the Swachh Sarvekshan is working conditions and livelihood of sanitation workers. What amount of seed capital assistance can be availed by self-help group members under the seed capital module of Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Urban Livelihood Mission PMFME scheme? Answer is 40,000 rupees. Which Indian tennis player won the Ostrava Open WTA 500 tournament 2021? Correct answer is Sania Mirza. Weaver Services and Design Resource Center is set to be set up in which state or union territory? So this is to come up in Himachal Pradesh. And last question is, Landsat 9, which was seen in the news recently, has been launched by which space agency? So it is a work of NASA. Okay. So these are the most important current affairs from the month of September. And yes, we are trying to make it as short as possible so that you can revise it in the shortest possible time. Okay. So now we'll meet again tomorrow with the next month, that is October 2021. Till then, stay tuned and don't forget to tell me how much you enjoyed this lecture. And also, if you want to give any review, feedback or suggestion regarding these lectures, you can tell us in the comment section. Definitely, we'll try to implement that. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. Thank you so much for watching and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Nuzhat Sana signing off.